Much
I
said.
have had about enough of OBS not keeping my audio inputs consistent.
Ugh.
Spicy take.
There we
It's-
go, she said.
It's making me a little frustrated.
I hope you like my retweet.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. They're always so nice. And with the added context, Mimi, it's all the better. It's all the better.
I knew you would really appreciate it.
I do. I very much appreciate it. Oh, man. Oh, whenever we get done, I'll tell you about a special thing I did last week. That is,
First
got me in a
fish.
similar boat. Well, not really, but equally butterflies, I guess. For very different reasons. But hi, Sakura. Welcome. And I guess I should say welcome to everybody else that couldn't hear us, talking for the past 5 minutes. Welcome, everybody. We lost against the Battle of Monday. We have now regrouped, and yet here we stand victorious. The stream is live, and we are ready to once again undertake the... Oh, Geigen, you want to take that question?
Uh-oh.
The wounds are still fresh.
I haven't moved yet. That happens next week. Let's just say a lot of shit happened. Some more shit happened. And I'm actually in a completely different apartment than what I planned on moving and was going to sign a lease for. So, next week.
Yeah. There's that. That happened. So yeah, it's interesting. I will say this. Hopefully, what's up, Glenn? Hopefully, we'll have some Pathfinder tomorrow night on Geigen's channel. We're tentatively hopeful that can happen. Might be an early session or end early, but hopefully I can. If you want to try and get us on early, Geigen, I can certainly attempt. Because the kiddos should be in bed early because they have school the next day. So we can
8 or 9
attempt.
Eastern. 8 or 9. Probably 9 for you.
It'd be closer to 9 for me. Yep.
I'll put it in chat and see if we can get around 9ish.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be like sequester at 9, shoot for 9:30 live, and then we play till midnight. So yeah, that would be great. Anyway, so hopefully more Pathfinder. A pressure cooker. Ooh. I can make it. Oh, wait. But yes, so hopefully, pressure cookers are nice. So hopefully we can have some Pathfinder tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday we'll probably be talking about the new announcement from D&D.
Announcement.
The whole 1D&D presentation. I don't know if I just want to watch it and like do a live critique of it. And we could just discuss it as we go
What
through.
time is it on?
It's already been done, so I would just pull up the VOD and watch it.
Oh,
on Wednesday.
okay.
I'm thinking
And what
that
time would you be doing this?
normal time-ish, so 10:30 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, well, I could probably pop in.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to come
I would
in,
pop in.
even if you want to pop in and commentate, we could discuss live. That would be fine with me.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're gonna look at that. I'm once again gonna pimp the Humble Bundle because holy shnikes. If you guys are into D&D or Pathfinder, Humble Bundle has a deal for $25 right now to get literally all the core books, plus a ton of adventures, plus maps and DM screen and other materials. It's freaking insane. So yeah, certainly check that out if you guys are interested. It's under the books section of Humble Bundle. I might toss a link in here later. But all of those announcements out of the way.
One thing real quick, Glenn.
Yes.
Where's my share of that dinner?
Ooh.
Din din.
Tortellini with Alfredo sauce and spinach in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you deliver? Nothing. He's not saying a word.
It's like, what?
So.
But yes, it's being flown as we speak.
Awesome.
It
That
is
sounds
coming
really
to
good.
you from the Royal Air Force in Canada. The Mounties with Wings. By drone. Nice. What up, Seven? How you doing? But yeah, so we got lots of fun stuff going on. With the family returning to the school this coming Wednesday. I've been working on editing new episodes for the Maledictum podcast. That is just slow going because we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on at home, especially with school starting up. So when the kids are finally out of the house, guess what I get to do? Be in peace and quiet and edit in quiet. So that's good. I'm excited for this to happen. Can you tell? But yeah, so that starts Wednesday. So hopefully have an episode out by the end of the week. And you're on a pseudo vacation. Very nice. What's a pseudo vacation? Is that like a staycation? Like I'm not working. I'm just staying at home, but I don't have to work. So it's a vacation. Because those are okay too. iPhone 14 comes out in 2 weeks. They're on 14 now. I figured it would have been more than that at this point.
Mm-mm.
I remember having the iPhone 3. And I thought I was hot stuff.
I had the iPhone 4. That was my first one.
I didn't trust Android at that time because it was like almost open source hackery at that point. You have COVID leave. No. Expires next month. I have 80 hours. So, hey, taking it. Might as well. It's a work benefit. Do it. I hope you are feeling okay with your COVID. I know that it affects everybody drastically different.
Yeah.
I am. Cough. Okay. Gotcha.
Well, I hope you recover well, Seven.
I hope you have a speedy recovery, 7.
Yeah.
Well, no, he should take as long as he needs.
That's true. Take as long as you need.
Yes.
Feel better in 80 hours.
Just remember, at least when I've had COVID, I slept a ton. I slept all the time. So.
Yeah, sleep is good during COVID time. That was my youngest. Out of all of us, I think he got hit the hardest. Because he had super high fevers for like 3 days and then would constantly just like, he was like the Energizer Bunny that ran out of batteries. So he would go like really hard for like 15 minutes and then just, I need to lay down. You never had COVID? I didn't either, Glenn. I haven't either. It's been in my house twice and I have escaped unscathed both times. So, knock on woods. Anyway.
I'm just glad Poppy actually updated why saying that she slept, not just swept for the whole time. Because sweeping would have been weird. I got COVID, so I just started sweeping.
Yeah.
Sweeping bug. Everyone's houses are immaculate.
Oh, that would be heavenly.
Be great. So, though, all the announcements out of the way, catching up out of the way, 7 again, I hope you have a well-timed recovery. We are going to get to some D&D. Mimi, do you have your legendary notes at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already up to page 232.
Wow.
After all this time, I take good notes.
I know you do, but that's like a compendium of our journey. That you know how incredible that is. That's amazing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nobody else was gonna take notes, so.
I mean, I'm getting it all on video, right? Like,
yeah, there's that.
There's my contribution.
There's that.
I think at this point you just need to scan every single page, give it to Night Tide. He can put it up on the Patreon.
Sure.
With all the misspellings and abbreviations and.
It makes it even better.
We'll get a what is it, a daily calendar by the time this is done?
Actually, what I should do is
Rime notes.
What I should do is find someone to, because I mean, there's always Geigen, but find someone that knows art and knows how to draw, because I don't. at all. And it would be fun to like just give them a couple pages and put some illustrations in there, like a picture of crap fuck.
Yeah.
And all that.
Excuse me?
We need to find one of those AIs that does auto-generating images and have it do images of the party.
Oh God, what was that one? You type in a sentence and it somehow tries to make a picture based off that sentence.
Some of those, the ones I've done are just
Terrible.
they're bad.
Oh yeah, they're bad, totally. But this one, you pick like what style of art you want to do, and then you type in a phrase, and it takes keywords from that phrase and mixes in pictures with those keywords, and then makes it into some weird thing.
Oh yes, I did that with somebody not too long ago, and I did Maleficent dancing with a pink teddy bear, and the art turned out actually really nice on that one. But yeah, you can get some like really weird stuff.
Yeah, I did. I think I did Woodrow Wilson with a vagina as a face.
What?
I don't know why you'd put that as your phrase, but okay.
Well, someone I know someone else, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like
Night's broken now.
Why?
You're welcome.
Why would you do that? Just why?
Because he's a
Sounds
blazing
good,
C word, okay? That's why.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go back to Mimi's notes.
I will just say, using those things are great if you're like wanting to do like stained glass. Like, here's what's in some weird church or temple, and here's a stained glass. It's a picture you can't make out.
Sure.
It works great for those.
Yeah, some of those. Yeah.
Back to notes now, so we can start.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes late.
How many times can we break night today? There's one.
20. I hope.
Okay. So, last time, we fought off a Yeti, thanks to Crapfuck.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And we were able to do that. When he died, all of a sudden, something like happened. It was like noises and all this other bumping and sloshing in the water. And next thing we know, our walrus friend basically is like shark. So it was like, these were like the bad sharks that the walrus tries to stay away from. So with all the bumping and the cracking and the sloshing of the ice and stuff, we started to get separated, and Corin was yeeted over at one point. And then Valine got yeeted over, and then the rest of us were able to jump over with the rope as the ice was drifting away. So we were able to do that. We got on the other side, we collected our things, and started moving north with our little gargoyle-y creature friend, and our walrus friend kind of was following along a little bit with us. Oh, that's true. You didn't use the rope. You and Cathala.
They did the good old 1-2 and teleport.
Yeah. So that's about where we're at. We were set off with our little creature leading. The rest of us kind of were following, and the walrus was kind of following us as well a little bit.
I do believe that you all ended by seeing something in the distance, if I'm not wrong.
No. It says, Valine looks at us all and asks if we want to leave. The creature is clapping at us and begins to point more north.
Yes.
We collected our things and began our trek to the next place, and our walrus friend comes with us, and that's when we ended.
Okay.
I thought we saw something too, but I'm also senile, apparently.
I could have sworn that you all came to the top of a hill. And we're just going to pick up there anyway, because if you don't remember, you don't remember. I'm going to prime you, because that's what I do. It's what I do. It's what I live for.
Be gentle. Please be gentle.
Nah, go rough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't even spit on it.
Wow.
Yeah. You all have been walking for probably a longer period of time than you realize. Given that the sky seems to be in this perpetual, almost twilight, that you're on this island. It's almost as if it's nighttime, but on the night of a full moon. And because the snow is white, it almost illuminates the world around you, even though there's no daylight. Trekking through the snow just takes time. And as you move through some small hills and across bits of ice, you make your way to the crest, where your little icy friend just sits down and waits for you. As you make your way up the hill to join said friend, it just points off in the distance, as if to give you all a small break before heading on to the next thing that you can see in the distance, which appears to be a decent-sized wall, kind of spanning a large area. Even from far away, you can see that it's got some breaks in the wall. But much like mostly everything on this island, you can see that it is made of ice. And I will leave you there.
I look around for any signs of the rock.
Ooh.
Yep.
Give me a perception check.
One perception.
Drathar and Cathela will also look for Dwayne.
I look for White Walkers.
For Dwayne.
That's 15.
Corin, you look around studying the sky.
Does Cathela find Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Oh my god.
The rock.
You have to have his Johnson involved.
Please no. Let's go somewhere
Wonder
else
what his
now.
Johnson is like.
No.
Corin, no, you don't see anything.
Okay.
No, Cathala did not find the rock. Yes. Wonderful. On we go.
Well, since she's got such a good perception, is she actually able to find Grathox Johnson? I know it's real tiny.
Yes. Yes, she is. She's uncomfortably close to it, and just now realizes it.
She's gonna jump away.
It's a smart
Does she
choice.
see anything out of the ordinary?
It kind of bends to the left.
Not that. I'm done with that now.
Glad everybody is so interested in Grathox fucking Johnson now.
I love you guys. Anyway, right. So, yeah, Cathala, as you scan around with your somewhat elven eyes,
Somewhat. She is elf.
I thought she was half elf.
No, she's elf.
No,
full
I'm
elf.
half elf.
Ah, you're the half elf. Yes. So, as you scan around with your elven eyes, you notice, like much on this island, there is not a whole lot of movement. You listen on the wind to try and hear anything, and there is nothing. There's no sign of anything in the air. There is no sign of anything on the ground. You appear to be in somewhat of a uninhabited pocket right now. But you do see the wall.
Do we still have Corin's like wind keeping the weather away from us?
Yes.
As long as Corn is maintaining that spell, yeah.
The ability, yeah.
I was hoping I'd at least see like a couple rabbits I could have shot and been like, we got food in the future, but I guess that works.
But aren't we on like an ice island?
Who says rabbits can't live there?
Rabbits
We have a
can live
walrus.
Yeah, there's a walrus. But he comes from outside the island. Never mind. Point is, you don't see much.
She's just gonna keep quiet then.
I'll give you this tidbit. As you're looking around, and you have already noticed that the center of the island is a massive kind of, stalagmite of ice. You start to get a glimpse of something that you didn't notice before. The angle that you were previously taking, walking around, and because of the weather at the time, it was tough to kind of see more than just a large, almost mountain of ice. Whereas now you kind of double take, as you can see what appears to be the side of something carved in the mountain. If you had to guess, it looked like the side profile of something wearing a crown.
Is it just like I guess for lack of a better word, a picture versus like any writings? Or are we too far away to tell?
You think more for reference, think more like Mount Rushmore type of
Statue type thing.
Type of carving. Only much more massive.
And are we like at the side of it, so it's like a side profile of it?
Yes. So the direction that this thing would be facing is directly south, and you all are now basically west by northwest of it. But because of Corin's spell and your keen perception, you're kind of getting the sense that there's something there.
Dayla's just going to kind of stare at it for a little bit, and she's just going to turn to the group. So it seems that we are heading towards... Oh, something giant has been carved into the side of that giant ice block. King of something or queen? It has a crown, it seems.
Yeah, giants inhabit this area. Perhaps they made statues of themselves.
Are giants intelligent enough to do that? I don't know.
Yes.
I would assume they're as intelligent as any other creature.
Just because you think you're a giant doesn't mean giants are intelligent.
I mean, I know they're intelligent. They're not like stupid.
Maybe you're not, Poppy, as I'm saying that under my breath.
And what kind of intelligence scale are we talking about here? Are they more intelligent than a goblin? More intelligent than a rock? Or more intelligent than, well, your average human?
Yeah, I suppose it would depend on the individual, but I would assume it's average.
I would assume they're average intelligence as well.
Well, your average intelligence and Corn's average intelligence is quite different.
Does someone want to give me a history check?
Okay.
I have a 0 in that.
I have a 0 in that. Well,
I mean, wouldn't I get a advantage on a history check on giants since I can speak giant?
sure.
All right.
That's not why I would give that to you, but
Oh, okay.
I will allow that. You're already rolling well as a party, so which is on point because it's kind of funny to me. This is something you all should actually pretty much know living where you do.
Right.
Yeah, I rolled a 13.
Grant's got a dirty 20.
Yep.
Yes.
So you would all understand. You would all have context that the giants have lots of history up in Icewind Dale. Not only did you go to the igloo of a giant lord who was
Quite intelligent.
named a king and who was, obviously taking care of the mammoth and would have conversations and had, somewhat of a feudal relationship with the wolves and some of the people near him. You would also know that there's lore that there were giants that lived on and ruled from an isle of floating ice. You may not have put that together till just now, but it was something that you all had heard, at least at one point in time growing up in Icewind Dale. Krathok, the lore from your standpoint would have certainly been a bit more focused on the size and grand nature and the kind of past history of giants ruling all of Icewind Dale. Almost
Did I hear that
any-
right?
Yeah.
What?
Giants ruled all of Icewind Dale at one time?
Yes.
That would be Krathok's lore.
Oh, that's Krathok's lore.
That
Okay.
would be Krathok's lore. Being of the Goliaths, long before it was settled into the 10 towns, ice giants would have ruled this whole area. And as it was settled, there were many conflicts and treaties that had to be formed to stop bloodshed between the ice giants and the rest of the races that ultimately settled there.
Can I ask a quick question just as a side thing?
Yes.
Are giants bigger than Goliaths? Or
Yes.
Much.
Yeah.
They are. Okay. I wasn't sure.
They're considered large, or are they gigantic?
So think of it this way. You played Skyrim, Mimi?
No.
No? Damn it.
You've
Krathok-
watched
Krathok is an average of like 7 feet tall, right? Like Goliaths are about an average of 7 feet tall. Yeah,
7 to 8,
giants
yeah.
are like 12 feet tall,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
right? They're, and give or take. So they're roughly twice as big as Krathok.
Okay.
And you're usually talking about, and up. So very, very, very big creatures, long legs, long arms, very strong, huge heads, very intimidating, right?
Were they as big as the Yeti or bigger than the Yeti?
The Yeti would have been bigger than that, but not by much.
Okay,
These
so it
things
was
probably
about
could
as
have-
big as the Yeti.
Yeah, these
Okay.
things probably could have fist fought the Yeti without too much of a problem.
Okay. Got it. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
put things in perspective.
Yep. I'm with you. So that's kind of your general size. They're giants.
Yeah, they are quite large.
Very imposing. And I'll give you each one more roll for just a little bit more insight.
History? I didn't roll on the first one, so I'll try this.
I would want you guys to make an insight roll.
Oh,
An insight? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
If you already rolled, just apply your insight modifier to that roll.
Oh. I rolled for
well,
insight.
That means I got, let's see.
You rolled a 14 plus what's your
my
insight?
history is actually better, but it's either a 21 or a 23, depending on which one you want.
Yeah, Poppy, you rolled highest. You and Drathar would probably have put this together. Poppy, you're remembering your kind of time with Norsu and that whole event, basically kind of the idea of ice giants, right? And it hits you. You haven't seen any ice giants here. You are aware, at least somewhat, of ice giants having a history in Icewind Dale. And that the ice giant that was killed was referred to as a king. So from that perspective, it would make sense to assume that he was potentially an exiled king. Do with that what you will.
Okay, I basically repeat this to everybody, as you know, I kind of am talking it out, telling them this.
Some sort of king. It's very interesting.
Yeah, you weren't here when that happened, were you, Corin?
I was not, no.
Yeah, because the king died at the hands of his large pet wolves. Or at the paws, if I remember correctly, the two wolves.
No, he was injured by a different group of adventurers, but
he was? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the wolves were so upset with men, because they killed.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't remember that correctly.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But that was, they were certainly a part of it. They were certainly pets of his, and were retaliating against and taking advantage of people in the area to try and get back for them having killed the king.
That's why Norsu did not trust us at all.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, and then that caused the whole kerfuffle too.
Yeah. So Poppy relays her part, and I'm going to assume everybody else relays their part to Corin, and of course Valine is there as well, hopefully listening to all this.
Valine's quietly listening, though she's staring off in the distance towards the ice wall. You know, this little break has been much needed. It's an interesting thought. It is said that Auriel took over this isle from the Frost Giants. Maybe you're onto something, Poppy. But if he was the king, does that mean he was the last?
I hope so. I don't feel like fighting giants right now.
Not after we just fought one, no.
Mm-hmm.
But if everybody is done with your rest, I think our little friend here is urging us forward.
Was that a short rest or?
Yeah, we can call it a short rest. That's fine.
Okay. I don't know if I get anything back for that, but
You would have been
Probably
traveling
not.
for a while, so taking a nice little short rest would have been very welcome.
Yeah.
Yay, short rest.
Regain whatever you can from that.
I didn't regain much.
yeah, I don't think I really regained anything either, but
I regained nothing.
I regained
Wonderful.
my channel divinity? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't
think
know if
so.
I've used anything. Oh, I did use... I did get my Stone Endurance back because I did use Stone's Endurance.
Okay.
Yep. I'm good there. Ow.
Are you ready?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you continue moving on, following your little frozen friend. From time to time, Valine asks for validation that we're still on the right track to find the wizard, Naslantamir. The little creature seems to nod in assurance and continues to urge towards the wall. As you get closer, you can see that this wall is not all that tall. It's about a 10-foot high wall of ice, but it is vastly wide. It almost touches the sides of the main mountain of ice at the center of this island, and it seems to extend and begin to curve around, making it so there's really no way to circumvent it to continue on north. As you get within 100 yards of it, your friend flies up onto one of the sparse trees in the area and seems to perk its head up and turn it from side to side. Looks at you, points beyond, and then takes an odd stance that looks rather matter of fact. Well, it looks like we need to keep going. This ice wall is not in very good shape. Hopefully we can get around soon. Find an opening just over here. Look. And she points to a section of the wall off a little bit more towards the west. Just as it begins to curve, there seems to be some kind of a hole there. And from your elevation, as you're going in, you begin to see that there are a number of what look like trees or sculptures or a mixture of the two. Can't quite tell what they are, but you certainly see what appear to be, frozen statues of some kind, even from that distance away.
inside or outside of the wall?
Inside.
Ooh. I want to investigate the statues.
Well, Krathok, as you get closer to the wall, you kind of peek in. Do you walk through the wall, or do you peek in first?
I'm going to peek in first.
Okay. So as you kind of lean around the corner of the wall, kind of carefully evaluating, you can see that just on the other side of this opening, which is about 3 feet thick of a wall, so decent sized wall, you look inside, you can see a number of different statues. Some of deer, some small that look like they're of rabbits. And even from your distance, you can see the closest one to you, which is the kind of likeness of a stag. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation. That's my strongest skill.
Great.
Come on, I rolled all my high stuff at the beginning of the night.
It looks like a really intricate deer statue.
Huh. It's a very nice looking deer you got there. I'm going to relay to the rest of the group. There's a cool looking deer statue in there.
There's a lot of them, though, Krathok. From what you can see, there's statues all over this place. It's filled with them.
I think somebody might have an obsession or a kink. It's a lot of deer.
Well, it looks like it's a passageway through to the other side. Or does it go pretty far in?
Are you asking me or are you asking all I was paying attention to was the deer.
Mm-hmm. You said it was a wall, so I'm not quite sure if it's like a cliff face or if it's...
No, it's just a wall. Like if you look off to your west, Corn, you can see just snow and ice until you can't see anymore. But as your gaze moves further northwest, you can begin to see where the isle kind of creeps in, as it's kind of making this almost pattern where every so often you see these kind of inlets carved out in the ice. And it appears that the wall kind of matches up to one of these inlets. It's not a cliff, it's just a wall. On the other side is just more snow and open space, but also a lot of these statues. And frozen trees.
Seems curious there'd be so many statues. Can we sense the same? Yeah. Can we sense sort of the same feeling we did with the other statue that was like, seemed like it was possessed or like had some magic cast on it?
You would have to go up to the statue and do that.
Might be a bad idea based on what happened last time.
Yeah, but they're a bunch of deer. It's fine.
What's the closest statue to us and how far away is it?
It's a deer statue, and it's probably within, 3 to 5 feet on the other side of the wall from you, so not very far at all.
Oh, let me see. Wonder. How much does that weigh? Okay, I am gonna, as Drathar, I'm gonna summon my mage hand. I'm gonna hand it a short sword and have it poke the deer.
Poke the deer.
Okay.
I don't trust that there's a bunch of ice statues that might not actually be just ice statues. So I'm gonna see if anything happens.
Okay. All right. You summon this ethereal hand. And as it takes your sword and goes over, it pokes into the near side of the deer, which is kind of like the front shoulder. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Nothing happens.
Yay! Wait a minute.
Nothing happens. Just the ice appears to chip off a little bit where you poked it. That's it. Nothing moves.
Seems safe enough.
Nothing stirs. You just poked it.
Krazak, you're the big ice man. You take the lead.
All right. I'm gonna.
Corn will stick to the middle so that the 20-foot radius is centered on him.
I'm going to pet one of the deer as we walk by.
And Poppy's going to be in the back, and she'll have her bow ready just in case.
Okay.
Just gonna pet the deer.
Kratha, go ahead and give me another, investigation check as you pet the deer.
A 10.
Good enough. So, with kind of the help of Corin, cutting away some of the snow, you walk over to the deer, not necessarily afraid that anything's going to hurt you at this point. And as you get closer, you see that this deer looks like it is perfectly preserved in a thin layer of ice. You see beneath this very small layer what you know unmistakably as a real deer.
Oh, a real deer.
And as you look around you, Krathok, you see all manner of different creatures. There's probably more deer than anything else, but you do see some birds, some rabbits.
Any griffins?
No griffins.
Oh.
All kinds of things.
Wow. That is, I don't know how to take that. A lot. So without Corin's little magic thing here, we'd probably be turning into all this. Kind of scares me. I'm going to continue on. Although, if we run low on food, we sure can defrost one of these animals and cook it.
Have my fire arrows.
Corin's going to say a little prayer to Sheila, just to, for the poor animals. They got frozen.
Just give me 1 second here, as we do appear to be having some kind of technical difficulty.
Oh no.
OBS is dropping frames like a mofo.
It sounds like OBS.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and I refreshed a couple times.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be wanting to push the same kind of bandwidth that I'm usually pushing, which is very strange because I didn't have any issues on Wednesday last week.